you fucking kidding me?
Josie Scott, and you are surviving Rocklahoma.
Well, at least we got that far, right? So, how's everybody doing today? Adam here, your host with the Locks That Rocks. Unfortunately, no camera, but we're going to get that back on here 1 second. And we should be coming up in a bit. So we have an amazing show for you all. And that is, we are going to be talking about Rocklahoma. And we are going to be talking as well about another festival that we've got coming up here in the coming week. We are going on the road, y'all. Hopefully y'all can hear me now. We are going to be heading across the country. It's going to be nuts. We are going to be talking about that here in just a few minutes. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me as I'm trying to figure out what all went on with that stream. But, you know, it's you've got audio, so, you know, and a webcam. It's like old school, guys. It's like the way things used to be around here, right? So I want to pay homage to our sponsors. We were talking earlier before the last stream ended because unfortunately video cards and all of that stuff messed up. So we were talking about our sponsor, DEB Concerts, who has rocked the BOK several times last year. He is also the man behind the DEB stage at the Roadhouse at Rocklahoma, and we've got huge news with that, and we are going to start rushing through the show while I try to get things caught up and back up to speed. Now I really do, guys. I want to give a huge shout out to AYS Rentals. Huge shout out to Brett Fuller and the guys, the Pooh Crew at Your Service Rentals, who bring you your official supplier of portable restrooms, and they are a proud sponsor of your official podcast of Rocklahoma. Also, and those rentals will be opening up before too long. So that's aysrentals.com. You can also check out AYS Rentals on Facebook. They usually put announcements out when they are accepting reservations for the 2023 season. I also want to give a huge shout out to another one of our proud sponsors. That is Camp Rok-A-Vet. Now, what Camp Rok-A-Vet is they are a group, and they do this out of the generosity of their heart. They are hooking up veterans with Rocklahoma tickets. And, over the last couple of years, we gave over 60 passes away. And you know what? That was just Rocklahoma. We've also given away a bunch from Born and Raised. And they've also gave stuff for your other concerts as well. Wow, this is so crazy. Look at all of these comments. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it on my screen. That's pretty crazy. Also, yeah. So I tell you what, we've gotten this show off to a very, very sloppy start for our first stream of 2023. But thankfully, you guys love it, and you take it all with a sense of humor. So what we are going to do, let's kick off the stream properly, guys, and let's crack open a cold one as we do each and every week. Oh, so much better. All right. Woo, too big of a drink. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. All right. So, I don't know why my graphics don't work, but that's all right. So, let's start things off with, get my notes up to par here. So, there we go. Rocklahoma. Now, as you all know, they have made their announcements last week where they were talking about, a certain... Here, I tell you what, let's go to this demo screen. Maybe. Nothing works tonight. But hey, I did find my graphics, so that's cool. All right. Done. All right. So I've got our... we've got our announcement. So if you go to Rocklahoma website right now, if you were to go there right now, you would see that you can't really do anything just yet. You can't at all. So as far as what is going on tomorrow, now, if you bought your passes last year and you went to Rocklahoma 2022, then you got an email. And in this email, I'm not going to read the whole thing. If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, there's a link for you to click in, okay? You click on that link. They're going to go on sale, where they're already on sale, aren't they? Your cart. RSVP no later than January 9th at noon to receive your cart on January 10th when the official renewal opens. So that's the line you want to pay attention to. To guarantee your access in renew 2023, RSVP no later than January 9th at noon to receive your cart on January 10th. Now, they've also included, some information. Now, if you have been wondering how to get a hold of Rocklahoma, remember, I'm only the official podcast. I am not Rocklahoma, so I can't give you official answers from them. The best way, if you want that information, is to go to rocklahoma.com tomorrow after 10, and the website will fully open up, or actually, no, that's not true. When that website opens up, you'll be able to click on the info button. Until then, if you have questions, you can email info@rocklahoma.com. That's their email address. And you can also call them, 866-499-0027. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. So there, now you know how to get those answers, folks. I know everybody's got a ton of questions, and honestly, I would say hold off on most of those questions because the answers will be coming soon. Now, in that email, we also saw a breakdown of the renewals pricing. So those are going to go up every couple of weeks or so. I'm not sure what the actual dates are at this time, but if you get in now and you got your tickets last year, you can get your passes. And guys, this year the prices didn't hardly change at all. So let's see if we can get back to. There we go. So. With that being said, folks, we are in the home stretch, or not home stretch, excuse me, but we are official. I mean, it's 2023. It's time to start your planning. It's time to start getting ready for Rocklahoma. And I see a lot of the camp organizers in all of the Facebook groups already getting all of those parties ready and lined out and all of that good stuff. And there's a ton of parties and a ton of events and everything going on in the campgrounds, and those things come together over the course of the year. So keep an eye out on all of those social groups. Now, remember, the great thing about this festival is, it's the experience you want it to be. It can get really wild or it can be really mild. It's totally up to you. And we've got a great project that has been going on. The torch has been passed twice. And I'm actually going to be taking on help this year. I've already had a few people reach out to me to help with the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map. And what that is, a Rocklahoma Campgrounds map group is a Facebook group that we've been doing an Excel spreadsheet with a giant map where you can find all of the parties, where all the it's a big directory of all the parties, all the events, all the cool stuff and all the shenanigans going on in the campgrounds. There's also a lot of good information for you as far as inside the festival itself. That's going to start being developed here probably within the next month or two. There is also, I've still got their trophy. I feel so terrible that I haven't gotten it to them yet, but they said they want it in person. So I'm hanging on to it for now, but I do want to give a huge congratulations once again to your Rocklahoma 2022 Best Campsite winners, the Big Old Bus. And, there's all kinds of royalty over there, too. Congratulations to Queen Shannon and King Daniel. Love the Rocklahoma royalty. And the Big Old Bus won this last year's Best Campsite Award, the second time in a row. Now, these campgrounds are exploding. They're growing. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And it's more than just campsites now. There's campsites, there's parties, there's groups that, get a little live music going. So this year, I believe we may be expanding the campground's Best Campsite contest. Now remember, guys, there's no money in it. It's just bragging rights and a trophy. So it's not a popularity contest or any of that other stuff. It's just a way to appreciate people that go above and beyond with their campsites and stuff and provide a great party for everybody in the Rocklahoma campgrounds. Yes, as Jacqueline's pointing out, there's so many new groups. And I'm going to fly through these comments real quick because I don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring you. I see a lot of calls for Pantera. I would say that's within the realm of possibility. I don't have any clues, I have not heard anything. I can say this with an honest all honesty, I have not heard anything yet about the lineup or who's on it yet. I just know it's they're working on it and it's getting close. Who do you think will perform at Rocklahoma, Taylor? Me? Pantera, I'm going to say that's me hoping. I would also love to see AC/DC. I don't know if we could get them, but I'd love to see AC/DC. Aerosmith. I saw that there's a couple of other, I can't see us getting System of a Down or Rage Against the Machine, but crazy things happen, Every year's a different year. You never know what's going to happen. And, this is the fun part, is the speculation. So I tell you what, I'm going to do a little bit of work here on this back end, see if I can fix this camera so I can get everything back up and running. But in the meantime, I want to take I tell you what, let's feature something from the submission line. Some people who decided to rock the box. Some guys said, hey, I tell you what, man, we love your stream. Won't you play our music? And you know what? Okay. So here it is. and that was American Prophet was sober, and they sent that one in almost right at the last minute, and I was just so overcome with it. Absolutely loved that track from American Prophet, and you guys can check them out just by going to Facebook. Look them up, guys. Check them out, guys, and tag them in the comments. You know, I had problems with the stream getting it started, so I wasn't able to tag them properly, but everything is running up smooth. You know what? I tell you what, check it out, guys. The audience is back. All right. I feel better. I got the world at my fingertips. So I tell you what, before we go any farther, we are going to talk about, this trip we've got coming up. I'm me and my good friend Angel, my photographer that was just essential at Rocklahoma 2022 and brought you some great images. She's going to be joining me in Rock Island 2023 in Key West, Florida. We were invited to do media, or work media at least, be a guest, go down there, cover the show, bring you some of the great coverage just like we do at Rocklahoma. This is my first time not only going to Rock Island, but in a cross-country trip. So I'm so excited, and I've got to see the ocean for the first time. So what's going to be going out there is they got a ton of like great 80s rock bands. I tell you what, let's give you a taste right now. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. I had it working, so all right. No, he's not gonna be there. Let's get that out of there. No, I am talking. I'm talking about this Rock Island 2023. Got you guys. I got you. All right. I got you all first. Anyway, so the daily lineouts. Let me tell you guys, it's going to be starting Tuesday with Enough's Enough. We've got Jet Boy, Pretty Boy Floyd. Wednesday, there's going to be Lover Boy, Steven Adler, Honeymoon Suite, Helix. I'm so excited to see Styx. I've never seen Styx. Yeah, I've heard all about them. I've heard all those great hits. Styx, Extreme, Striper, Black and Blue, Tesla, Queensryche, Stephen Piercy, and Autograph. I mean, it's going to be a stacked deck. And I have never seen anything like this festival. It's going to be, and, they've got there's their cousin. I can't say I don't know how closely they're related, but they are somewhat loosely connected to Rocklahoma. So if this festival does well, Rocklahoma, I assume, gets a little does well too, or benefits somehow. I don't know. But I gotta say, guys, look, here's some of the packages and passes. Now, it is expensive, but you can still get your tickets if you're looking for the vacation. You want to get out of Oklahoma, and maybe you just got need a reason to run off to the beach. Jump out there this weekend. And this thing is freaking cool. Look at this, man. This is basically an island crawl. I mean, you've seen us. Let me move out of the way. Let me move my big head out of the way. There we go. This is no, it's not Grand Theft Auto. Might as well be. But yeah, I mean, we've got the main amphitheater. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 venues that's also going to be having live acts playing. And so it's all across the island. And guess what? Let me check it. we got a booth. I've got a booth at Smokin' Tuna on the island, one of the venues. So, where some of the after parties are going to be. So I tell you what, you guys make sure that you are following Surviving Rocklahoma, because I'm going to bring you some coverage. And I've even, I'm so excited, but I'm terrified. I'm not afraid to say this is the longest trip I've ever taken, but I am so excited about Rock Island. So with that being said, folks, they've got great packages. Now, I don't have one of the resort things. I'm dragging the camper across the country, and I'm camping at Rock Island the same way I camp at Rocklahoma, because that's how I roll, and I'm cheap. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go back. So there are a couple of things we are going to talk about on that note. So as you all know, Rock Island, I just go to Google Maps and see how far of a trip that is. That is a very not cheap trick. No, not cheap trick, but that is not a cheap trip. So I tell you what, guys, if you could, I am never would I ever ask for the bread off of anybody's plate, but if you are feeling generous, if you feel like donations, we have some links that will be in the comments. Let me, I don't know why it's not on there, but you can see how that you can do donations. I also am accepting Cash App. I will have those available after the live stream. We're going to get all of those out. I'm going to put it together a nice graphic, but if anyone would like to donate to the trip, you are more than welcome to do that. I will also say that in addition to being able to accept these donations to the Cash App, that's Surviving Rocklahoma on Cash App, I am also, anybody who donates $40 or more, I'm going to throw in an official Surviving Rocklahoma t-shirt. Now, this is a limited run, folks. This is limited. This is the first print. So it says the official podcast of Rocklahoma. And that is much thanks to you guys. I never in a million years would have imagined that I'd be able to take a trip like this, or to even be invited across the country. And we have an opportunity to swing for the fence, and we're going to run down there, prepared or no, and we're going to show up. We're going to shoot our best shot. We're going to bring you all some live coverage, and you never know if this goes very well, if we're able to make this practical, we could start doing this in the future. But for that, we're going to need some sponsors. So if you would like to sponsor Surviving Rocklahoma, you can shoot me an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. The email address is right there. Thank you. Yes, it is a 25-hour drive. It is very, 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 very long drive. But I've got a lot of faith, I've got a lot of confidence, and I'm traveling with a veteran, so I am very safe. I've got my own personal security, so that's awesome. Now, I will, let's see, where we at? So once again, we've got two specials going. If you would like to donate to the Rock Island trip, Surviving Rocklahoma Travels America, you can send that to the Cash App, Surviving Rocklahoma, or if you would like to donate, any donations of $40 or more will also net you an official t-shirt. All right, let's move on, folks. Now, I've got a survival guide for you. We've been talking about the festivals for, most of the show. I mean, that's kind of what this show's all about, right? But But, it is the time to be thinking about those. It's warming up. It's time to start getting those campers out, opening them up, make sure you didn't get any rodents or insects in there. Tax returns are coming up. It's also time to start looking at those deals, those specials at, all the Bass Pros and Walmarts and Amazons and all of the, wherever you get your stuff, unless you can shop local, folks. But it is time to start making sure you've got all of that adequate camping equipment, especially for those of you who are planning parties. If you're planning those parties, you do need to be making sure that you have a good, solid group of people that are everybody. I'm telling you guys, I've seen a lot of people come. I've seen a lot of people go. Communication is key. Planning is everything. If you rush into it, you're going to end up with a lot of chaos. And then there's some of us that overplan, and that's why we put our efforts forward into helping the masses. And so we've got the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map that I was telling you a little bit earlier about. That is Rocklahoma Campgrounds map on Facebook, and I'm actually going to be trying to host the camp map actively on survivingrocklahoma.com, so that those of you who don't like Facebook or mess with social media, you'll be able to do that through the website. Going back here to the comments. Aaron, that is so awesome. Well, throw a few singles out for me, my friend. See you, Mr. Bear. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you all for all of those stars that you're dropping into the live stream. I've got an extra musical feature this week. So, I tell you what, let's go ahead and take another musical break just because we got a lot of music. So I tell you what, folks, check out these guys. These are awesome. Yeah. That was Serious Side Effects. And yes, Pamela, but only if you're a fun guy. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Anyway, yes, that was Serious Side Effects. Hot off of the submission line. They rocked the box. Remember, guys, if you would like to be featured on Surviving Rocklahoma, all you gotta do is shoot me an email to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. That way I can see what you've got going on. And you never know who is watching. You never know what I'm going to play. So you got to tune in each and every week to Surviving Rocklahoma. You know, you can also find us on all the podcast networks, including Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, all those fun places. You know, we do this each and every week. We like to talk about what we have coming up. And, you know, this week is not going to be any different. Let me get over to the correct screen. And, alrighty, there we go. So, we've got some things coming up this week, man. Look at all of this. We've got a Dead Metal Society at the Vanguard. We've also got Rock for Charity at Dante's Pool and Bar, and Josh Turner at the Hard Rock. Grand Funk Railroad, Thursday, January 19th at Hard Rock Hotel in Casito. That's freaking awesome. Also, don't forget, we've got Josie Scott, the voice of Saliva, is going to be in town this week. Or, excuse me, next week on the 20th. You saw him, you know, in the pre-show. We bumped into him at Rocklahoma 2022. He was there just chilling, wasn't even performing. I heard from a source that he was a huge fan of Count's 77, led by the Count, Danny Croker. We also got an interview with Danny. You can find that on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe while you are there and check out all of the other interviews we got from over the years. We've got some great ones. Let's see what else we got. We got Smells Like Nirvana at the Diamond Ballroom, January 27th. If you're down for some wrestling, the WWE is going to be back January 30th. That's so this week is, you know, a really good week. Now there's also another place you can go to find what's going on, and that's a little website called Surviving Rocklahoma at survivingrocklahoma.com. Let me get out of the way, and there you go. And if you were to click over here, well, you can, of course, see last year's campgrounds calendar, so you can kind of see what it looks like. You can also, let's see, calendar. Now, if you were to click on the calendar, this is going to bring you up, and we like to throw in all the concerts that we got coming up. So if you want to know what is going on in the Tulsa area, this is also a great source to where you can check out the Surviving Rocklahoma calendar. I throw a lot of locals in there. And if you were to click down here on this little plus button, you can subscribe as well. Now, this website hasn't had a whole lot of articles here recently, and that is about to change. Now, the question is, would you like to be featured on this website? This website, back in September, reached, ladies and gentlemen, we reached almost just shy of 250,000 reach. Give yourselves hands. Congratulations, y'all. That is phenomenal. And that's this website. So if you would like maybe some of your concert reviews, your blogs, your what did you think about a live show? What do you love about Tulsa music? Shoot me some emails to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, because we'd love to get y'all's input. We know how much I love the local group. We want to know how much you love the local music scene. So shoot me an email, and you never know what I'm going to put up on this this website. Now, I do know over the course of the next couple of weeks, things are going to pick up on that website. We're going to try our best to chronicle our trip to Key West, Florida this coming weekend. We're going to chronicle the road trip. We're going to chronicle the festival experience in Key West, see how they do it down on this southernmost tip
Showing
of the country. And we're gonna, I'm just, wow, nerves, man. I've never traveled that, so, anyway, if you'd like to kick in, if you'd like to contribute to the trip, we appreciate it. Again, don't give anything that you don't have to give, but if you're just feeling generous, I tell you what, right here, Cash App, Surviving Rocklahoma. You can also, there'll be a donation link going around tomorrow. Guys, it's just for the gas and the stay, to be honest with you. None of it's going in my pocket, just like every dime that we made on the show for the last 7 years. Everything that we make goes back into the show. Speaking of, now, if you would also like, for the next 2 weeks, anybody who donates $40 or more is going to get an official podcast of Rocklahoma t-shirt. This first edition, limited cut. Then we're also going to get some more designs on the merch side of things. So big things coming. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for supporting us the entire way. Now, in the weeks to come, we are also going to be talking more Rocklahoma because, we're kind of named after the thing. We are a super fan site turned podcast. So this year we are going to be kicking it old school. We're going to go back to our roots. We're going to be featuring more interviews from you people. The people in the campgrounds who put these parties on. We're going to talk to some rock veterans. We're going to talk to some new blood, some old blood. We're going to talk to some people who go big, some people who go little, and everybody in between. Because I'm not surviving Rocklahoma, you guys. You are surviving Rocklahoma, and you are the reason why this community is so freaking awesome. And that's enough gushing over all of that, guys. But yes, we're going to be getting some of the camp organizers. We're going to get some people affiliated, some people not affiliated. And obviously, we're also going to bring you more interviews from the local artists that you love, as well as some national artists. Whatever we can get, we're going to bring it to you guys. Let's see what we got going on coming up. Now, I do know we've got Rocklahoma 2023. I do want to remind everybody, if you went to Rocklahoma 2022, if you bought your tickets where you're supposed to, from the box office, check your emails that you bought your tickets through, because renewals are upon us. Tomorrow is first come, first serve. What that means is, again, if you the people who renew first, their spot, everybody's spot is secure. But if you don't renew, your seat comes available, and the first people that renewed get the option of moving up or moving seats if they would choose. So as far as that goes, guys, it really does. It pays to renew as soon as you can. There are payment plans available. Alrighty, guys. So, you know what? We got it's a three-fer, guys. We got another musical feature for you guys. And I love playing these. We played them a few times. I've seen them recently several times in the last year, and they just get better every time. Ladies and gentlemen, Apples of Eden.
Come on! Come get your slop, come on! Come get your slop! Wake up! Let them go. They don't have to die this way. Yeah. Hear me out. The dragon's gone and took them away. Go, my son. Prepare yourself with the blade. Rise, heed the call. The revelations is today. Let my people go. Do you know how we're meant to sever the hand? Rise, my son. Prepare yourself with the blade. Now, let them go. They don't have to die this way. Yeah. Spread the wrath. Revelations is today. Let my people go. Let my people go. Let my people go. Let my people go. Let my people go.
And that was Apples of Eden. And with that, man, I love that track. Man, that rhythm, I love the drums in that one. That's definitely one of my new favorites. And if you are interested in hearing more of Apples of Eden, I suggest you checking them out on Facebook. Now, I want to tell you guys that I really do. I want to tell y'all thank you. Thank you so much for supporting Rocklahoma and Surviving Rocklahoma, the podcast that last year became official. And, this year we are going to keep doing everything that we have been doing, covering the local music scene. We're going to cover Rocklahoma, and yes, we are growing. Now, if you would like your music featured on the podcast, shoot me an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, so that I can see your music and bring it forth towards the masses. And I tell you what, if you're going to be playing in the area and you got a gig, maybe you'd like to be put on the concert calendar that we talk about or that people can find on that website, include that in the email, guys. EPKs, guys, electronic press kits. They're your best friends. All it is a picture of you, your logo, your bio. Tell us a little bit about yourself with some links to where we can find your music, and shoot that to survivingrocklahoma@gmail so I can get you played on the show. Also, while you are checking out music out and about, be sure you check us out on Spotify. You can find each and every episode. Well, I'm a little behind, but you can find episodes on Spotify as well as iTunes, iHeartRadio, anywhere you get your podcasts. While you are there, if you would like to get some local music in your pocket, check out Surviving Rocklahoma Local Grown on Spotify, the playlist that's got all of that local music to northeastern Oklahoma. And if you click that little download button or available offline, you got it all in your pocket, whether you've got signal or not. Also, guys, if you check us out anywhere on social media, such as YouTube, Facebook, or wherever it is, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. Those numbers do matter. And if you finally, if you would like to kick in towards this Rock Island trip to help out with the gas, put a little gas in my tank, maybe a little food in my belly once we get down there, I tell you what, do us a favor. The Cash App is available, Surviving Rocklahoma. We'll also be throwing some donation links out there. Any donations of $40 or more, you're also going to get you an official podcast of Rocklahoma t-shirt. Rocklahoma's official podcast, Surviving Rocklahoma. And I'm your host, of course, Adam Richmond, the Locks That Rocks. And until next time, rock on.